Welcome to part 2 of how to spot a satanic lab creation robot clone, weaponized humanoid biohazard. So I went to a class, I had to do a little class to do a license, whatever. And this, okay, it was COVID, so only like 7 people showed up. Everybody else was doing online classes. Okay, cool. So they're all doing online classes, 7 people there. I'm sitting in a row by myself. There's like 300 seats. Only 7 people are there. This girl comes in. She has a jacket. She has 5 bags. She has 10 textbooks that we didn't even need. Um, and she decides to sit nowhere else but next to me. So I'm uncomfortable to the point where literally she has so much stuff around her. There's like 300 different seats. And I'm sitting scrunched over like this. And because you know what, I'm always very like, aware of my surroundings. So I try that if someone sits on top of me like that, I try to, create a situation where they don't feel either offended, because God forbid you offend this robot clone, or, I show no sense of violence because you can't be, you have to be very careful around people like that too. So I gave her 10, 15 minutes. I sat there, was on the phone, pretended I had a phone call, pretended I had to go to the bathroom. So 15 minutes while this girl, woman, whatever, had bags and books and 20 jackets, this whole, like, she brought furniture with her. And I'm 15 minutes, I give her grace before I get up. I stay in the bathroom, talk to my mom, my mom about it very quietly. The bathroom was very far away from the people she couldn't have known, you know, whatever. So I come back and I sit behind her. I don't even sit in the back. I don't show any attitude. I sit in the back of her. This woman looks at me. She's like, is it because of me? I'm like, no, I just, gave you space. Okay, cool. 10 minutes later, she turned around. She's like, did you move because of me? Well, I still told her, like, no, you have a lot of stuff. I want to give you space. And I just went sat in the back because there's like, I'm sitting behind you, like, So not only you brought 15 books and bags and jackets, I'm sitting like this. I make sure I'm not violent towards you. I make sure, and I'm a little bit, hostile right now in the video, but like I said, in front of her, I was calm and nice and quiet, whatever. I make sure your feelings are not hurt in any way. I literally went out of my way to make sure her feelings were not hurt. She, God forbid, didn't think that, while I'm sitting like this and there's 300 other seats, that it's not because of her. I thought I made sure that she knew it was not because of her, but apparently, she still felt. But at the end of the day, like, in my head and in this video, it's like, yeah, it was because of you. Of course it was because of you. There's 300 seats and you chose to sit next to me. I went out of my way to make sure I'm nice, calm, and quiet. Gave you 10 minutes grace period. Quietly whispered in the bathroom to my mom about what you did. The bathroom was far away. I promise you, no, she couldn't have heard me all the way. I promise you, And it's like, oh, is it because of me? Yeah, because it is because of you. Because you sat, there's 300 seats, and you decided to lump everything on me, and you think that to not offend you, I'm going to sit for a 2-hour class like this? So that's part 2 of how you spot a satanic lab creation robot clone, weaponized humanoid biohazard, because people don't operate like that. So if you are somebody, and a lot of people always say, like, how come I'm sitting by myself in a seat and someone sits next to me? Because they're a robot clone, they're a weaponized humanoid biohazard, and they're activated to bother you in some way. So that's just the only explanation I have, because like I said, I literally made it super nice, waited 10, 15 minutes, got up with no attitude, whispered in a little WhatsApp message to my mom, came back, sat behind her. I didn't even sit all the way in the back. I didn't sit on the opposite side. behind her to even make it more seem like, hey, you know what? Like, I literally, you just have a lot of stuff with you. I'm sitting behind you. I have no issue, because if I have an issue with you, I'm sitting, like, I might even leave the class if I really got an issue with you. You know what I mean? But, and still, it was, I don't know, like, I'm not, you know, so that's a Satanic Lab creation story part 2.